So look, yeah.
Like Papa did it all the time. Like Papa did it, you like, Batsy, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Because one man got a World Cup. I don't want to hear this. Allow it. And Joey said, at United, you don't do that. He goes to his national team. He's a different player. He's the best guy. He was doing that for United. Thank you. Consistent. United, Your boy's best got him knocked out in the quarter-final in the World Cup. And my boy's best got him a fucking trophy, man. You can't do that. You can't do that.
He can't leave those moves for United.
But he's talking about the national team and he's got a World Cup to his name.
Where did you drop these man? Because you can't say, yeah. Oh, he goes away to international.
You heard what the man said. The man said, check out his triggers. I'm not having it because you know what? Check this one. Man out the way and checked himself up.
Now, when a man said that, in my head I was like, Pogba. In my head it was like, Pogba.
I'm not
Alright, but look, yeah. Look, yeah, we're gonna get back into it, yeah. So the other day, a little article came out of Bruno, yeah, and he's talking about. He's basically, in my opinion, he's basically giving a few examples of why United can't really play in the same style as City, innit, yeah? So I ended up in a little debate with Pundit J, yeah?
Big up Pundit J.
Hours later,
Big up Pundit J.
the ball was going crazy with the table.
I started calling him Remix J.
Nah, Pundit J, man.
This is why I call him Remix J, yeah? So, basically, yeah, he was just stuck on the part of Bruno saying, yeah, Garnacho, you can't ask Garnacho and Rashford to do what Bernado does, which is pretty much common sense, pretty much logical, the different styles of players, yeah? So he was taking that as Bruno's basically blaming the wingers or putting the onus on the wingers for why United can't play that style. And his argument was in the 17-18 season, City dominated with Sterling and Sane, yeah? And they're two out-and-out wingers, but they were still able to keep that style of football, yeah? Which I agree with, it's there in black and white, yeah? But what you're taking away and what you're not mentioning is the other core bases of the team. So like, yeah, you can have two wingers that play like traditional wingers and still play in a way where you keep ball, yeah? But you're not talking nothing about the centre backs that can receive the ball and play between them. You're not talking about the right back, the left back. You're not talking about your defensive midfielder in Roderick. Well, not at the time, but they would have been Fernandinho them times. Yeah, all these men are ball playing players. Yeah, United haven't, between the back line alone, United haven't got none of that. And so for me, when Bruno was saying this about the wingers, it's just an example.
I think
it's not a thing of we can't play City style of football because we have traditional wingers. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Where Pundit J's taking it for, that's how he's trying to say it.
But I think Sterling, even though he's an out-and-out winger, he can still adapt and play that role though, more than Rashford and Garnacho.
I don't think there's enough IQ in United's midfield for United to play.
I can't say Beezy.
Yeah.
I swear to God, not even on a person. I've said it for years. Or with Rashford, what I've said to you for years. I don't think he's a clever player. I think he's a certain type of winger. But I think if you tell him to be a different winger now and change his game and maybe you don't have that in it.
Past that development stage.
Yeah, you don't have that.
I think if he does that, people wouldn't rate Rashford for who Rashford is.
Yeah,
so there's no
he plays off the cuff and you like that, innit? He plays better when he plays off the cuff as well.
But it goes back to what Kyle said a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, has Rashford even been coached? Do you know what I mean? I feel like he can coach Rashford to play that role, same way that he probably could.
Tell you one of the only wingers you can do that with Vinicius, bro.
I just feel like for what Ten Hag wants, yeah, when I read that, I kind of just understood what Bruno said. Yeah, which is for what Ten Hag wants, it's a certain style of play that's not the way that he does.
You don't have possession-based wingers.
Bernado Silva, Ten Hag wants guys running
It's a whole thing, you know, about the way City play, because you got to check out, a lot of the time, their wing-backs have more further forward than the wingers, and wider, higher and wider. Yeah, and then you got the midfielders.
So check what he actually says, yeah. He says that the identity of Manchester United has never been to play a lot of supported football. It is a team of great intensity, of intense and offensive football. That's the idea of the club. Sometimes you fall into the mistake of thinking that all teams have to play in possession of the ball. I want to play in possession of the ball. I want to have the ball as much as possible. It's obvious because the players who like to play with the ball want to have it as much as possible. But sometimes we have to fit into the environment we are in. And it is not possible to play in the same way as Manchester City, because Manchester City has extremes of sports, very good in one-on-ones too. But footballers who really like to play in support and also inside. I can't ask Rashford and Garnacho pure lines extremes. It's a bit all over the place. This way you don't need to play inside the same way that the others who maybe started their careers as midfielders or number 10s and fell to the lines. I can't ask Rashford or Garnacho to do what Bernardo does when he plays extreme. It's a completely wrong idea because Bernardo knows how to be between the lines. He's used to being in the middle and playing on his back. And playing on his back is not as simple as it seems.
I'd say
Play side on.
I feel like
direct footballers.
and that might be coaching, because I feel like you look at other teams in around, you can see it. Like you don't say he's not even in a big team, but Kulusevski come to mind straight away. The way how he plays, he's a winger that's got that between the lines. He'll get at you. Like you've got to have. I feel just like you've got to have. Maybe it isn't Rashford's not.
I think it is coaching.
I feel lacks an aspect of his game.
I do think it is coaching. Like if your manager's on your case in training about body position, then
check this one. You see, out of all the England's wingers, Rashford's the only one that has that one side to his game. When you actually check them out, all the English wingers, Saka, Foden, even Anthony Gordon has got that creative side in him, and he'll still get the goals for a game.
Because Rashford's just a straight hybrid, bro. He doesn't know what he wants to do.
That's what I'm saying. But like,
it's good to have a winger that's not like that too, though. It's good to have a winger that is direct like Rashford.
It's the same argument that we come with Rambazaka, innit? It's something different.
I feel that's why City got a winger like Docking. He's kind of direct, but then they've got the big games, or more or less if you've got a fullback that you can take, they're more going to go for them wingers there that clever.
You see the way I see it, yeah? I think the fact that City done it in 2017 to 2018, it proves what I was saying time ago in terms of, so for time you were saying, Bruno, ball retention, blah, blah, yeah? Obviously it's been highlighted several times. When he's under pressure, sometimes he'll lose the ball and whatnot, yeah? But I always said to man, you don't need every player to play in exactly the same way, yeah? So you can have two wingers that are direct wingers, but if your other 8 players on the pitch, yeah, are guys that can receive the ball and keep ball, you're going to be a possession-based team. Just because the problem is when you've got too many players that play in one style, yeah? And then you can't do nothing else. So like at United, yeah, but the reason for me why it gets highlighted with Bruno so much is because until Maino's coming now, we haven't got another player. We haven't got one player that is real comfy in possession in that midfield. None. You get what I mean? But that doesn't mean Bruno has to be able to do that or he's not a good player. He's great at what he does, but you need players that can do that around, innit? So that's where I think United struggle. We haven't actually got the blend. And I think, like I said before, I think from the defence all the way up, we've got problems. So I don't think you can look at an article like that and think he's saying if just because of the wingers we've got, that's why we can't play like City. I don't think that's what he's trying to say.
The whole team, innit?
Yeah.
From the back.
I don't think he was late in the plays. I don't think, but I just feel like I do think what he's stating is that they're not at the level of a Bernado Silva, which is factual. they don't play at his level.
But
They're
you
not
know what,
intelligent enough to play the
Some
way
of the
that
players
Bernardo Silva plays. That's
fans
why
like,
Bruno Fernandes
they're the players
doesn't.
you've got to get out in order to
play
play
at
this
his
football.
best.
You know what's
The
sick,
suckers in
yeah?
that. You've got to get them in order to play this football. It can't work with players like Bruno because they struggle. So I'm saying like, although like he's a fan's favourite or some, I'm saying like they're the players we've got to get out in order to help players like Bruno be comfortable with the ball. The one Gallo's just learning it now, getting into midfield and being the inverted midfielder. But we don't pass Shaw, and Shaw's not even good at it. I don't think Shaw's good at being the inverted fullback. You know, like coming into midfield. I think Gallo's the only one.
Do you know what's
I feel
sick,
like
yeah?
we're very limited as well with fullbacks. What they do.
No, I think
I've
Shaw's
never
good at it.
seen,
I don't think
I've
Shaw's
never
good at
seen,
it.
yeah,
I think Dallo-
any
Dallo's
footballer,
good,
yeah, and you can quote me if I'm wrong, yeah. I've never seen anyone say Bernardo is one of the best footballers they played with. No one. But I've seen several say it about Rashford, bro. Several. So I don't think
Ronaldo's going to be one of them type of players that
Yeah,
people appreciate when he's gone. No,
I see if fans about
But now,
Bubble
check this one. Check this one.
I see if
I'm not saying I'm not saying about fans. I'm not saying about fans. I'm saying about the man that these guys that play. These guys that don't have. So can you name me one single player that you've heard say that he's one of the best footballers? I've never heard it. I've never heard it. I'm not saying it doesn't mean that no one thinks it, but I've never heard it. But I've heard it about Rashford several times. So this whole thing of Bernardo was way better than Rashford.
yeah, but someone else will flip flop by
Bernardo's way more consistent than Rashford. Rashford at his top end is up there with nearly anyone.
Bro, do you know what? Let me tell you this. You see football in the Premier League as a player. Bernado Silva goes from right attacking.
I think Bernardo's well intelligent, more intelligent than
Two different players, though.
That's what I'm saying. Even the IQ, the intelligence,
understands transition better.
Check this one. He plays the same position as Rashford.
It's Rashford.
goal threat.
You know what I think? I think Bernardo is a guy that connects things, yeah. So like he's someone that's needed within the team, yeah. But Rashford's someone that will make his team win. Rashford in form, he's the guy that will make his team win, and that's what I think the difference is.
That's the key thing, and that is the thing.
I've seen Bernardo Silva have clutch moments for Manchester City.
I'm not saying it. I'm saying
There's a winger out there you won't get for United now. Who is it?
Yeah.
You keep saying that.
Yeah, I do. I rate him.
Now, do you know what? I watched him for Portugal, and I said he's included finishing to his game now. He's starting to
He's finishing for this is his second season now.
Yeah,
he's been up there, bro.
But I don't know because I just feel like it's similar to what we have. I feel like we just need exactly what Bruno said. We need a player that's a winger that's a bit more different. Someone that's going to be able to do.
I think Ahmad's that winger that's
I've been saying Ahmad for time, but I'm just going to wait for him to actually show.
There's no point.
Physicality, though, isn't it? It's the physicality.
We have to. For now, I just say with Ahmad, let's just let the kid find his way into the team because we can't get 10 to 20 I keep saying it for me. Yeah, you need to see. For me, you need to see at least a player. Yeah, be able to at least get 10 consistent wins in a game. Where they're at least starting or coming off the bench and getting at least half a game to be able to get something from him. We haven't seen that yet from Ahmad.
I would look at City's mould and say we need to get a player like that. I'd say we need to get a player that fits the system that our manager wants to play.
Yeah.
That's another attacking player like that.
This is another key part of what he said.
It's not going to be 10 hands.
Bro, but man is still not even. No one. I've not seen one person discuss the fact here that he said. Not every team needs to play in the same way.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, not every team. Everyone has this idea that everyone wants to play this possession.
You have to change the whole 11. You can change the whole 11.
But that's what I said.
See when Ten Hag first come, the thing I really liked about United was how quick the counter. Because United were the worst at the counter press transition. But you see when he come in. Within 8 seconds, we had the ball back for a minute. We were doing it as well.
See the start of the season when he was doing it, and we were open against Wolves and that. You see, if you actually check the amount of times them games there between back United, they were getting the ball, they were recovering the ball the most. You
know what the main problem is, isn't it?
Because he had Casemiro in his own in the middle.
You know what the main problem is, though, isn't it? The man them are not happy with his intensity. This is why they're all kind of. They're not happy with his intensity. That's why I've seen a report saying not happy with his intensity. Yeah, and it's funny because
that is not a character intensity.
No, the intensity of his training, the way he wants them to play in games. They can't really handle it. Yeah, and it's funny because the other week. One of you man said something.
It's mad because then man will moan about the injury record though. That might have something to do with the injury record.
I can't remember who said it, yeah. But we was talking in it. We was talking about Ollie. It was you actually. Pussy or
like that though.
We was talking,
if you got to play intense, you've got to do it.
Yeah.
That's where the injuries come from.
United took Arsenal's back to the summer.
Go on.
So when we was talking, obviously you know me, gassing up Ollie, you know me, a team Ollie, yeah. So Beezy turned around and said, Ollie was like a mentor, yeah.
TA.
Yeah, but check it out. Yeah. You see, from my days in school, yeah. You see all the reckless youths, or the bad youths, or just disturbing youths, yeah. Do you know who we learnt best with? The mentors. Yeah. And that's why Ollie worked at United, because we've got too many guys that have got the wrong attitude, but you know when you've got the mentor around.
Oh, you're horrible. You know what bad kids used to do to the mentor? You know bad kids used to do to the mentor? Walk all over them.
Bro, whoa.
I heard Ollie was a real disciplinarian.
Yeah, he was. But one sec. I had Big Ray as my mentor. No one were disrespecting him. Let's leave it there. Big Ray.
I heard fucking Ollie was a real disciplinarian.
Girl. I can't see that youth team.